It's Tuesday, February 9th, 2016. From Studio E at Michigan State University, it's the Beaumont Bulletin. With your anchors, Bryan Brown and Katie Phillipson. And Bryan Brown. Bryan Brown.
Bryan? Bryan!
Right.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bryan Brown.
And I'm Katie Phillipson. We're here to bring you the best news from around the country and the block. So let's get started. Beginning with the Zika virus, the CDC has reported that Zika has been sexually transmitted in Texas, raising the virus's status from concern to cockblock.
A Utah senator is looking to officially declare porn a public health crisis, claiming it is destructive to society. So if Zika's your excuse for not having anyone on Valentine's, the alternative isn't any better.
And if you do have a Valentine, you might be on your way to wining and dining yourself into a felony, as the Michigan Senate recently passed a bill outlawing sodomy. It's not in effect yet, though, so get your kicks in while you still can.
Assuming Valentine's Day is still around, an elementary school in Minnesota has decided to stop celebrating Valentine's Day altogether, which is a real shame because I never got more than when I was in elementary school.
This past Sunday was the Super Bowl, where the Denver Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers 24-10. There was hard-hitting football, a trippy halftime show with Beyonce, and a puppy monkey demon. All in all, it had everything you wanted, and then some. Speaking of the Super Bowl, what did you end up doing after the big game, Bryan?
Oh, not much. I went home, saw the family and everything. Then drank a cold, refreshing Budweiser. What do you mean I'm not getting paid?
Huh. I just watched Peyton Manning and Papa John's hug it out. But that does bring us to our next topic.
A Dutch police force recently began training eagles to take down drones in order to deal with crowd control and civilian interference. This is one of many ways police are trying to deal with the rise in commercial drone use. But it raises a more interesting question. Which of the two belongs as America's national bird?
While both the eagle and the drone are undoubtedly patriotic and represent the core values we hold dear, only one can hold that spot in America's heart.
Personally, I feel that honor belongs to the eagle. It represents the fighting spirit of this country. The same way they almost went extinct and then barely got saved by some American ingenuity.
You want to talk fighting spirit? The drone can be weaponized, and nothing says force like an MQ-9 with a GBU-12 Paveway 2 laser-guided bomb.
Do you even know what any of that means?
Nope, and I don't have to, because I know it makes things explode, and that's what matters.
Well, the eagle has history, and on top of that is way more marketable than a cold metal bird. If our enemies are going to taste freedom, it should be through a screaming eagle of victory, instead of a drone up 100 miles in the sky.
Fair point. If only there was some way we could combine the two to create the ultimate freedom machine.
Yeah, I'll tell science to get right on that.
Good. The sequel to the movie Avatar starts production this April, and fans all around the world are preparing themselves to unleash their outrage. Oh, hold on. It's not the sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender, but to a different, unknown movie. Never mind, it's the highest grossing film of all time. The one with the blue people.
Unfortunately, not all news is good news. It has been reported that the Canadian groundhog died shortly before Groundhog Day. Everyone should prepare their bomb shelters for what will surely be a wintry apocalypse. Rest in peace, Wyerton Willie.
A yacht belonging to Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen crashed into and destroyed 11,000 square feet of protected coral reef in the Cayman Islands. They tried to navigate around it, the captain argues, but Google Maps takes forever to load on Internet Explorer.
Uber drivers in New York City have recently gone on strike, forcing New Yorkers to resort to taxis for their travel plans. Another classic case of American jobs being lost to foreigners.
In a recent report, 25% of federal employees would quit under a Trump presidency. The other 75% would just quit, period.
The GOP announced that, in an attempt to speed up the process, all candidates who placed below third in the Republican primary will be mercy-killed by Paul Ryan.
And finally, a Watergate update in the situation in Flint, where Michael Moore has called for a halt in donations of water bottles for his hometown. Residents of Flint have responded by saying, "No, Michael, more. We need more."
Well, that's all the news we have tonight. Thank you for watching.
Make sure to subscribe for the Bulletin for future news and updates.